right. I'm here with Beth, and she is trying to get a better understanding of how OddsJam works and the whole betting system. So what was your question that you just asked me?
Sure. So I watched your video, and OddsJam looks awesome and very helpful. But for placing the bets, is that something that's done in OddsJam, or is that more of a tracker of where you're doing your bets elsewhere?
It's more of a tracker and a finder of the betting opportunities, but you don't make the actual bets on OddsJam. But with some sites, you can just click bet, like you can click the link to the bet in that sportsbook. So like I can show you. Let's do a different screen. I'm new to this, so just do this. So what I mean by that, so like it's more of a it finds opportunities. So like
In your video, I saw you had at one point selected the apps that you do use. So then OddsJam takes those apps and puts them into possibilities. Okay.
Yep. So you can go up to this filter, and then select all the apps that you have an account with or have money with or whatever, and you can save different searches basically. But these odds are off. It's usually never this high, but so for this one, for example, if I were to bet maybe $100 here, $230 here, it's not a great arbitrage bet. I'll either win $5 or $1.32. But so I can press this button here, bet, and it'll take me to DraftKings and this specific bet in the bet slip. Or sometimes it just says game, and it'll take you to that game on that specific site, and then so you have to make the bets in their respective sites, and then once you make the bet, then you can add it to the tracker by hitting this, and you can make any
updates,
adjustments, and then you just hit track, and then that'll go into your bet tracker, which you can also go here and make any proper changes or whatever. So
all right, that makes sense. For someone who doesn't know sports betting at all, so like that example you just did for the 230 and the 100, and you said that you would make either $1.32 or $5. Do you make your money back? It's like if you bet 100 and you win 5, you end up with 105 in somewhere in real life money, or did you lose can you explain just the basics of what that all means? Because I don't know. I understand the odds part, but how do you also get your money back, if that makes sense?
So that's a good question. So say the odds are 150 and minus 150, so that would be an even hedge. So say you had you're going to bet $100 over here. It's going to tell you need to bet $150 at these odds so for both payouts to be $250 no matter what happens.
Okay.
And so so you would lose. So say this bet wins, you would keep what you staked.
Okay.
And plus the profit from 100 at 1 plus 150 odds is would be 150.
Okay.
Right. So yeah. So 150 plus what you staked, the payout would be 250.
Okay.
But so this one would lose. So it would be 250. So you'd lose 150 over here, but you would gain 150 over here. And so it comes out equal. I don't know if that answered your question.
So arbitrage is you do both. You have you have something on each side every single bet. And that's so
Yes.
like the outcome is what you're watching, not really what goes in each side or out. It's more like at the end, this is what it'll equal, and you just fill in the space with what what OddsJam is telling you to do.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
And so like the two different ways you're making money. So the only way that this is different is if you are given a free play.
Okay.
So free plays are just like, it's just free money that you can use to bet with, and if you win, you just win the profit from that, not
Sure.
the wager.
It's kind of like a
And
free
then-
spin, but that would have cost something. So is that when you're talking about? I think it was bonus bets. Is that kind of, or
Yeah.
is a bonus bet? So you can put whatever you want, but if you win $10 and you bet 100, you just end up with $10 because you didn't really put in the 100, or is a free play and a bonus bet different?
Well, free plays and bonus bets are the same. So,
Okay.
yeah, I mean, if you were to bet $100 at plus 100 odds, so this is the promo converter
Uh-huh.
calculator here.
Okay.
So, whenever you get like a free play, I had a $1,500 free play yesterday, and it was at 220 odds, and I think I hedged it at like minus 223 or something. It was a pretty good hedge. Maybe it's 233. So I had this free $1,500 bet, and I hedged it and at 220 odds, and then the best hedge I could find was minus 233. So basically, you're trying to get a negative number that's as close to the positive number
Okay.
as you can get. And so no matter what happens, I'm going to make at least $999, but I had to hedge it with $2,309.
So you put like the 23.9 up, but then
Yep.
it like disappears or doesn't really count.
So if the hedge bet were to win, then I would get all of that hedge back, like all of that money back that I wagered, plus whatever minus 233 odds is. So if I were to go back to the other calculator.
So the 1,500 was the free part. So did you have to put in your own money between the 1,500 and the 2,300?
I had to put, this was my own money.
Okay.
This was a free play.
Okay.
And how the math works out, it's, I'm going to guarantee myself this amount of profit. Which you can also see, it's better explained in the promo converter.
Okay. So there's
kinda-
two sides. Like you can run. Do you check the promo converter daily, weekly, and do like the arbitrage every day, or is it both every day?
So it all depends. Some bonuses are cash bonuses. So, like yesterday, for example, I had opened a Bovada account, which gives cash bonuses, and I had lost out of bet anything the previous day, and they usually give 100% free plays at bet anything, but yesterday they were doing a World Cup promo, so it was 150% free play. So I deposited 1,000, and they gave me a $1,500 free play. So what you can do is you can go to this promo converter and hit convert promo. Their odds are messed up on this game, so I'll try to find something else. Okay, so this is a better example. So
you're looking at the 310 and the 350, correct? Those are the ones you're trying to get as close to each other?
yeah.
Okay.
And typically for free plays, the higher the underdog, the better the payout's going to be. But
Okay.
you also have to hedge more.
Right.
But it's typically just a higher percent.
Okay.
These are all high because the odds are wrong. You got 2+ numbers, so that's always going to be really good. But that's just wrong. There's an error there. But, so you can see if I were to make this bet, if this $1,500 bonus bet wins, then
So that's why it says stake 0, because it's
Yeah,
not really 1,500. Okay.
correct. And so this is what I would win 46.50 out of it. But I would have to subtract the hedge bet, and so I would be left with $1,030 in profit. Or if the hedge bet loses, or the bonus bet loses, and the hedge bet wins, then I'll
You're
still
still
end up with just
right
about the
around.
same.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so that's how we convert those free plays into guaranteed profit. And it's usually like 55 to 70% that you can
Okay.
convert those free plays to. So that's one big way how we make profit. The other big way are the cash bonuses. So like Bovada yesterday, they had a 75% cash bonus. So I deposited $1,000. They gave me $750.
So that's just like your example from the video. Because then you started talking about like the, I forget what it was called. The rollover, the 5X
Yeah.
rollover example.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so you can see here, when you get a cash bonus, since that's just money you didn't have before, you can just add it. So I just added a site credit here, 75% cash bonus, 100 odds, 750. I hit 1, and so now that shows up as $750 profit because I just added this. And now I just have to try to lose out of that book in order to, get offered bonuses again quicker.
So that's the one where they, so you try to get back to 0 because they can offer it again and again, but I forget what you talked about, the international betting. They could offer it again and again, but you have to get to 0
So
in their book.
yeah, it's
to
so
lose.
you either have to satisfy the rollover.
Oh yeah, and where do you find? Is that like in the terms, or like when they send you the offer, they're like, "This is the
Yep.
rollover." Okay,
They will
is
tell you the
5X a
terms.
typical rollover amount?
5X is pretty low.
Okay.
That's
to know.
on the lower end. It's usually like, I don't know, anywhere from 10 to 15.
Okay.
Sometimes 5 or 6, but 5 or 6 is on the lower end.
So losing out rather than playing through 15x of
Exactly.
the free play is
Yeah.
a lot easier.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. What else you got?
Do you personally usually use apps for the betting, or do they also have websites, or is one better or worse? Because you also mentioned signing up for them in the right order. And what did you mean by signing up for them in the right order?
So,
Or is that in your Discord, which I also was not able to link to through the YouTube video?
okay. Yeah,
Just
I
like
think
that.
the Discord links like expire
Yes, that's what it said.
pretty quick. Yeah.
Sounds annoying.
Yeah. Surely there's a way around that.
Right?
But yeah, so I recommend opening up all your domestic books first just
Okay.
because there are no rollovers connected to those bonuses. So it's basically free money. And you're not like risking getting caught in a rollover, and you can just like build up a little bit of money and kind of get used to it. Um, and and then when you go into the international books, I it's the order is also in place for that, like because there are some international books that kind of work like the domestic books where you get just the sign up bonus. There's not recurring bonuses,
Okay.
and so like you just grab those because it's a quick cash grab, and then you can use those books as win into books
Because you're
where
losing
you
on
try
the
Yep.
repair. Okay.
Yep. And then it's just kind of an order of what I feel like is, best to worst, and like good at paying out and slower at paying out because some books are just slower to pay out, and so you got to just be a little more careful. But also, some of those books have really juicy bonuses and are hard to resist.
Just know it's going to be gone for a while. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So
Yeah.
I basically have a couple like savings accounts that are sports books.
Just wait. Yeah.
Yeah, that I can just slowly get out of, but I can keep depositing into them and getting money. So, which I continue to not be able to resist. So,
Yeah.
but it's profitable. So,
Understandable. Okay,
yeah.
so could you do a so I kind of understand the international part and how to do that with the rollover and whatnot and the losing out. The low hold one made sense for the arbitrage part. Is there would you make less on those? So you would do more like the no sweat bets, or when would you choose one or the other if you're just starting out?
So the so you don't like choose a no sweat bet. That
Okay.
is just that is what's the. I don't think I've ever seen a no sweat bet for an international book, but
Okay.
that is just some of the. That's like one of the bonuses that you can get from the domestic books.
Okay.
So, for example, like one of the best domestic ones is um, let's see. One of the best domestic ones is the Bet MGM. They've
Oh,
got
okay.
a up to $1,500 no sweat bet. So it's and then so if you so you would choose your promo type here. Most of the time it's a bonus bet, but
Okay.
there's some no sweat bets for domestic books. So you can put in $1,500. If the bet loses, it's refunded as a bonus bet. That's
Okay.
basically what a no sweat bet means. Um, so again, those odds are wrong. Um, but so like say this for let's do. You have to hedge a lot when these like numbers are really when there's like
Wow. Yeah.
huge underdogs, and so
The lower the
you can
numbers,
the
even
lower
to
the
each other,
numbers.
the less you put. Okay. Maybe.
Yeah, so the
Okay.
less of an underdog and a favorite that the bets are, the less you'll have to hedge,
Okay.
but the less profit you'll make.
Right.
So you can kind of scroll down and see what's like manageable. Like this one's more manageable, and so you can see kind of what happens here kind of the same thing as the bonus bet, but it's a no sweat.
Okay.
So if your no sweat bet wins, then you just win that money. And if the hedge bet wins, then the hedge bet will lose. So same thing as the bonus bet, basically.
Okay.
But if your no sweat bet loses and your hedge bet wins, then you will have negative $344, but you'll have $1,500 in bonus bets. And they just estimate that you can convert your bonus bets at 70%, which is a little high. But then you can just click this if you've already made the bets and your no sweat bet lost. Then you can just click here and it'll take you to bonus bet instead of no sweat bet.
Okay.
And then you can find another.
Switches it for you to like move forward with what you already have.
Yep, and then you can convert the rest of that $1,500 bonus bet, but it will be split, I think, into 5 different bets.
Oh,
so
okay.
you'll switch these into 300, and then just make all of those bets to get
As close
200, 240 a piece on each of those or something like that.
Which is better than cashing, yeah. But that's 70%. So at the top, can you go back to the example? Just like scroll up right there. Okay. So like for that one, go back to the no sweat. Can you go back to the no sweat bet version of what we were just looking at? Okay, so for like that one right there. So for this one, if I were in the app on the left and the app on the right, so I have both of those. So the app on the left, I bet $30 or $300 for whatever this is telling me to do. And then on the right one with the purple one, I also bet $300, correct? So I am, quote unquote, spending 600?
Well,
Or am I totally not understanding how this works?
well, yeah, essentially, but
Okay.
and again, these odds are off.
Okay. Because they're both
So
positive, right?
it would be a bigger.
Or if you want to pick out like a different example, and if you could just tell me like
Yeah.
like not quite the step by step, but if I wanted to do this, how would I go about that, and how much would it like cost versus because like where do you actually spend money, or do you just let them hold it and then they give it back, or like how does that? Because that doesn't quite sound like spending in my head.
Okay. Yeah. So, say say you were to do this one.
Okay.
So you would, and this is the $300 one, or this is 300, and really to maximize this special, you would do the
1,500. Okay. Because if that's what your max is, start at the max. That makes sense.
Yeah. So you would, and usually I tell people to like, because a lot of people don't just have that much money to throw
Just
around.
laying
and
around.
that can-
Right.
Yeah, and that
Especially
can
on your
be
first try.
that can be that can also kind of be a red flag for DraftKings, but
To start with something like that, yeah.
yeah. So
Yeah.
usually, sometimes I'll even come up here and you can do like minimum and maximum odds. So we could do like
Try to get that a little less.
200 and minus 200.
Okay.
Let's see if we can find something there. Okay. Okay, so this is a little more
A little
manageable.
closer. Okay.
So yeah, you would have to deposit $1,500 into BetMGM
Okay.
and 1850 into either 4CX or ProfitX to
Okay.
properly make this bet.
Okay.
And then so, in most of these cases, I just kind of I hope that the no sweat bet wins, so I don't have to make all of these like 5 separate.
Because you have to,
bonus
yeah,
bets.
it's more work later. Yes.
Yeah. But so if the no sweat bet were to win, then I would I would win $2,475. So I would then have, what is that? If you add those together, you would have that in your
13.9. Okay.
yes, you would have that in your BetMGM account.
Okay. So you bet 1,500 and now you'll end up with 39. Okay, in there.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you would lose this out of either 4CX or ProfitX.
Okay.
And so that leaves you with a $625 profit. And then
Which is
you
sitting
can
in
just,
the MGM. Yes, because that's
yep,
where you
yep.
got. Okay. Okay, yes,
And then
that
you
is
can
very
just
helpful.
withdraw. You can just withdraw the BetMGM and from BetMGM and just redeploy that money somewhere else.
Okay, yes, that part for other people is very helpful. I almost wish they had like the
Okay.
little apps next to the no sweat and hedge bet, like A and B, and then this goes up and this goes down, but then together you're back with a positive of 625. Okay, that makes a lot of
Yeah,
sense.
this is it's kind of a lot to look at. Like I even get confused sometimes, um, but it is nice. Like so, if I want to make this exact bet, I can just hit bet.
So when you're in OddsGM, does it link kind of like a plaid, like to a bank account, like you're already logged in through there, or it'll take you to it and then you log in on BetMGM and
So
then do it, or
so what I would do. So I just hit that bet button,
from
and
yeah.
so you can and
It's just
there's
waiting
also
for
a
you to
little
log
thing
in.
that pops up here that can kind of remind you what you're betting.
Wait,
And
why you even clicked on that?
yeah.
Yes.
And so I would log in here.
Okay.
Um,
So it takes you two, and then you log in, and it's already like prepped to do the thing that you
yeah,
were
and it's
going to.
already
Okay.
in my bet slip,
Like
so
a
I just
cart
have
kind
to
of
make the
thing.
bet.
Bet
Yep.
slip. Okay. Of course.
And yeah, I haven't used BetMGM for a while
That's
because
okay.
they
So it links you
limit
to,
your
and then you
betting.
process. Yeah, that's even more helpful because then you're like, yes, it is.
Yeah.
This tells you what to do, but it's just the instructions. You actually have to go and do it
Yep.
here, there, or
Exactly.
everywhere. Are there some books that you've really liked? You try to stay away from? Some just
So
or just
yeah,
over time.
and that's like so like a lot of the domestic books, if you're doing kind of these bigger bets, and especially if they're on like smaller market bets, like you know,
Like who's actually betting
like
1,500
like
on the
right,
Orioles?
like Japanese like ping pong. If
Sure.
if you're betting that much, then that might give you that might be a red flag for the sports
Yes.
book, and eventually they might limit you because they kind of monitor behavior like that. But
Sure.
so uh, there, most of the domestic books will limit you eventually.
Just part of the game.
I've
Yeah.
it's just part of the game, but FanDuel doesn't really limit. Caesars doesn't really limit. And the good thing is we have these social sweepstakes books. So this is a big one here. So Profit X.
Profit
And
X. Okay.
so yeah, this is also where I deposit the gift cards.
Okay.
So like these these bad boys. Can you see
Oh,
those?
yeah.
Yeah, the ones from Office Max and
Yeah.
Staples. So they work in here. So you
Okay.
can just go in here, add the $200, complete, and then I just put in my name and then the information, and you can deposit like 2 or 3 a day.
Okay.
And then you just have to wager through it once, and then you can withdraw it. So
Okay.
that's a huge hack for just building your bankroll and using credit and also getting points.
Okay,
Which
so the part where you just said about wagering through it, so if you
yeah.
have to wager through it to then be able to get the cash out, does that mean you have to wager through your entire balance? And would that be, if you could translate for me, do you want that one to be winning or that one to be losing?
You always want to win in here,
Okay.
because they don't give bonuses. Like they might
Okay.
give a small bonus when you sign up, but it's
Sure.
like 25 or $50. So yeah, so I would just
You're
have
wagering to
to.
be sure to profit, and then on some other one, which is might be it's the one that's
Yeah.
losing for this. Okay.
Yeah, so I would ideally like wager this and hopefully win into it, and then that would become redeemable cash.
Okay.
Because right now it's non-redeemable because I had $83 and I deposited my last card, $200 gift card into here last night, and then then I can just
Okay.
redeem it after that if I want. So, that's the big one for like the travel hacking is just the big vehicle for those gift
Yeah, those
cards.
gift cards into the world of yeah.
Yeah. Also, DraftKings,
And
you can
FanDuel
buy gift
and gift
cards.
cards for both of those.
FanDuel doesn't work. FanDuel doesn't work for
Okay.
Indiana.
Oh,
Caesars just stopped working for Indiana.
rude.
I know. It was because I had a great loop. I was buying discounted gift cards from Arbitrage Card, and if you buy from Arbitrage Card, never mind. If you buy from Arbitrage Card, it codes as shipping, which
Okay.
you get 3x points on if you have like the Chase Business Preferred. So I was just like cycling that, which was awesome. And then Indiana just decided to suck. So
Yet again.
yeah,
Or who knows this time. All right. So, so you said DraftKings does work okay for both buying in Indiana and loading for now. Okay.
yes,
But that's one of those things. Like once you find something, make it worth the
right,
squeeze or go big or go home. So DraftKings gift cards are still good. Okay. For the credit card side of things.
yeah. And then there are Onyx Odds. Is like it's kind of like a sister book to DraftKings, I guess.
Okay.
But it's a little different. But it does accept credit card deposits without fees.
Oh.
So it's another good one
And it's a book.
good
It's
one
a
to do. It is
a
a
book also.
domestic.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a domestic book. But yeah, so for a while I was, deposited into here with a credit card, but you can only like, their odds like to jump around once you
Oh.
try and make a bet, and so they're kind of annoying, and so I just kind of stopped doing it. But I haven't opened up a new credit card in a while because I was doing the whole like miles machine thing,
Yeah.
which that is now coming to an end basically because of Indiana law. Yeah, but that's a great way to meet a credit card sign up bonus.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you take the class that you mentioned before you did anything, or did you just kind of start and then take the class? You understood it better, or where would that be the most helpful? Like, should I like sign? And you also said you had a couple of referral links to
Uh-huh.
things. Are those in the YouTube video, or Discord, or
So
somewhere?
I've got I don't know if I sent you this Google sheet that I have, but I
I
send
don't
it
remember
to,
either.
I send it to all my referrals that has like it's kind of like a reference guide for all
Okay,
the sports
perfect.
books I recommend in the order to open them, and there are a couple. There are only 2 affiliate links on there because
Okay.
sometimes you don't want to refer people to sports books because
Sure.
then you might be tied to me.
Get checked,
and
yes.
that could be bad for some sports books. So there's only 2 sports books that you won't like risk not getting bonuses or whatever.
Okay.
But I do have a referral link for the course
Okay.
that it's $9.97, and it comes with the course plus 6 weeks of the OddsJam software.
Okay.
And then after that, it's $500 a month for the software. And then I also have an affiliate link just to OddsJam, just to the software.
Okay.
Some people are interested in that. But yeah, so I can, I don't know. They're on my Facebook and Instagram page.
I'll go. I'll go
If I
scroll
end up
around and
posting
find.
this, I'll put it in the comments.
Okay. Sounds good.
And I can send it to you.
All right. Yeah, because I don't want to start anything if there was a way to connect or help out on the back side. Does OddsJam have an app, or is it all desktop?
Yes.
Or would you recommend? It does have an app. Okay, just to kind of check in. But do you do most of your things on a desktop?
I do.
Okay.
You can do stuff on the app. I just feel like it's a little bit harder to do. Because I like to have, I've got 2 screens up here, and it's nice to have multiple screens because you can have, a sportsbook open and your calculator open and the low hold screen or the sportsbook screen, and you can just do things faster.
Yeah, and when you click the bet, if you're in an app, then that's not going to link as well. So it just works better desktop. Okay, so plan to do desktop. Can do. But yeah, I think that's all I got for now. But yeah, the video is very helpful, and all of this was great. So thank you for taking the time to go through this with me.
Awesome. Absolutely. Cool.
All right, well,
Any
enjoy
other
your
questions?
day. Not yet. I'll look through it again, and I'll let you know if I come up with anything. But yeah, thank you so much, Ted.
Yeah, no problem.